there were some other programs that got funded around the city, but the major one was camp. And as I mentioned, this committee made up of representatives of several groups, plus the liberal ladies, drew up this proposal that got submitted to the anti-poverty agency as soon as it was formulated, actually before it was formulated, and people were selectively picked or picked themselves to lobby in favor of Seattle's proposal. And it says we got the first grant. They didn't want to give it directly to citizens. That was always a problem with the anti-poverty program. They wanted to be sure something came out of the money at the same time. They wanted to give it the appearance of being grassroots. At the same time, they didn't want it to be too grassroots. And one of the best put descriptions of what was happening was by Maxine Mims. I don't know if you've heard of her. I think she's at Evergreen College, or she was at Evergreen College last time I knew, but she was active in the local scene at the time, and she said, in order to survive, you must be mediocre. What she meant by that is that if any program got too successful in empowering the poor and challenging the establishment, it was going to lose its money. In other words, King's corollary to that was seek a new funding source each year. And so anyway, as I mentioned, the Urban League was the original conduit of money for camp, which had about 12 different programs initially. It had the Action Education Centers, previously the Study Centers. It had the Community Organization arm, which picked problem areas in the community to try to resolve, had workers who went door to door trying to recruit people to involvement. It had councils that met in each neighborhood. Then there was the detached workers who were sort of the Cool It gang. They went around, they contacted gang members or disillusioned youth that were acting out and tried to get them involved in worthwhile programs. Then there was the arts group. They put on all sorts of innovative plays, musicals, had people involved in visual arts. There was a youth program which had a place where young people could come every day if they wanted to play games, listen to music, do something constructive. The Youth Council was our main recruiting arena for our youth aides in the Action Education Centers, and they other programs, recruited youth, and some of the people became, lifelong leaders in the cause. I mean, there's this one young man, Henderson Quinn, who became the first technical operator in one of the TV stations locally. Let's see, then there were the beautification project, which was funded by economic opportunity and local monies, that did tree planting in the Central Area, park renovation. What's that, about 10? I don't know if I can recall the other 3 or 4, but an idea of the broad range of activities that camp was engaged in.